Plaintiff Melissa Bobby used to be best friends with the defendant, and they were attached to the hip. Melissa claims after they moved in together, the defendant became possessive and got angry at Melissa when she went out with other friends. Melissa says a few months after moving in, they broke their lease and moved out, and she's suing her former roommate for breach of contract. Defendant Ashley Steenerson insists she wasn't possessive and claims the reason they fought was because Melissa was messy and left cigarette butts all over the apartment. Ashley claims Melissa's the one who abandoned the lease, and therefore she refuses to pay her.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor. Basically, me and the defendant, Ashley, we used to be best friends, middle school, high school. Outside of high school, we were in dance line together. We'd go on double dates. We'd party. We were basically attached at the hips. So we thought it would be an awesome idea to get an apartment together because then we could be on our own, do whatever we wanted, have people over, just have a good time.
Did you have jobs?
We had jobs, yes.
Okay.
And so shortly after moving in, I pretty much realized, I think we both realized this was not a good idea. We'd argue all the time.
About what?
Basically, she'd get mad at me for if I went out with friends. You know, she got mad at me for not spending enough time at the apartment.
Were you dating?
No, we weren't dating. But she would get mad, maybe because it wasn't like friends she was friends with. But I didn't want to sit in the apartment all day.
You want to respond to that?
I would say if I did get upset about something, it would be in reference to the way that she lived. And what I mean by that is the way she kept the house up.
She was nasty?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't just... I mean, I'm not a smoker, cigarette butts everywhere. She just lived at a different level of cleanliness than I did.
Okay.
Oh,
you didn't get upset because she didn't spend enough time with you?
No, I was working.
Your Honor, that is untrue.
All right. She says she didn't.
We had our bedrooms. Yeah, if there's clothes on the floor, that's my bedroom. The cigarette butts, I had an ashtray on the deck. Like, I didn't just throw them all over. We didn't smoke in our apartment.
Go ahead.
Basically, a few months into our lease, in August.
How many months?
Well, we started our lease in May of 2005, and then August of 2005 is when we broke our lease. But a couple weeks before we had broken our lease, I had gotten a new car, Mitsubishi Eclipse, like really cute sporty car.
What'd you call it?
A Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Okay.
Red, sporty. It was fun. I mean, we'd go out in that too.
Had you paid your rent?
Well, the rent wasn't due yet.
Okay. When the rent became due, did you pay it?
This is the thing is then a couple weeks after getting my car, I lost my job.
Oh.
And so I couldn't pay the rent plus the car payment.
Okay.
So I approached Ashley about this, and I told her I'm not going to be able to stay on the lease. And she had a couple options. They told her she could either find another roommate, to take over my part of the lease, which she was not willing to do. She could take over the lease herself, but obviously she wasn't going to be able to afford that. So we came to an agreement that we would both break the lease and we would both pay a lease breakage fee for breaking the lease early.
Why don't you give me your background on the case?
We have known each other since middle school. We became fast friends. We were on dance line together. We did everything together. What she said about that is completely true. Getting an apartment with your best friend is really exciting, and I'd be lying to say that I didn't think it would work out. I thought it would work out. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that. But to tell you the truth, it went horribly wrong very fast. Melissa didn't have a job immediately after we signed that lease.
Had she purchased a new car by then?
Yes, in which she put the down payment for that Eclipse on her Visa.
Okay.
So
she lost her job within how many months?
She had no job immediately after we signed that lease.
So how does she last until August?
Well, 1 month was paid through a cash advance from her Visa. Another month
That's not true.
Let her finish.
Another month, I was awakened by Equity Residential. One morning, they told me that we had to be out within 24 hours or we'd be escorted by the police. Now...
Had you all received notice?
This gets interesting. So, Melissa had told me, I asked Melissa, did you pay the rent, Melissa? She had told me in our first conversation that she did, okay? Now, after I get this phone call, Melissa, did you pay the rent? She informs me that no, she hasn't. So she lied to me, okay? I am like in shock. How, you don't sign a lease and then not pay your monthly payment.
And not let your roommate know.
I put my full faith and trust and hope. And I thought that she would respect me enough as a friend and a roommate to tell me the truth when she's making payments. And
now
when
you're
she
doing
fails,
all this big talk, but she's suing you. I hope you paid your share.
Well, here's how
You're
it
talking
goes.
about her and this, and I
Sure.
just couldn't imagine anyone not paying their half.
Sure.
And my goodness, I
agree.
told her I would have expected a person with high morals. but
Absolutely. Here we
I
go.
hope your morals are high because she's suing you. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So the months proceed, and then we do move out. And it's really hard to find a roommate last minute.
Under what terms do you move out?
Melissa informed me that she couldn't, like she told you, that she couldn't afford.
And what was your response?
I was angry, and I was hurt and upset because I could. So it leaves me really with no choice because it's hard to find a roommate last minute.
So you moved out voluntarily?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what month?
August.
Okay.
We moved out. Melissa was nowhere to be found when we had to move out that day. Her parents couldn't contact her, and I couldn't find her. Her stuff was everywhere.
Let's get to you.
The minute I had lost my job, I went, specifically I remember going in her room, I said, Ashley, we gotta call the leasing
What
office.
was her response?
She would go down to the leasing office with me, and that's when we talked to the lady, and she gave us the different options. We could pay 2.5 months worth of rent to get out of it.
Okay.
We moved out, it says on the thing, August 1st was our
And you
move out
paid
day.
up until,
Yeah, I even have
Let's
the
see.
sheets.
and why are you
This is
suing
like-
her if you all paid?
I paid it.
She did not.
She did not pay.
And you paid on her behalf.
Yes, a
How
couple
much?
years later because we were still friends after we moved out and we thought, oh, well, they'll just forget about us.
So you're
We're not going to
suing-
pay.
You
And
thought the
honestly,
landlord would forget.
We did.
They
we honestly
didn't.
did.
You received a collection notice.
Yes, I have all that right
You paid
here.
the amount, and you want her half. Let me see that,
Yes,
please.
this is the notices I got.
All right.
The judge will render his verdict when we return.
She has a notice saying that it wasn't paid. So, do you have evidence that you did pay your share?
After the fact?
Yes.
Um,
Not before.
no, of course not. But here's the thing.
That's what she's suing you
Your
about.
Honor,
After.
can I finish my story?
Yeah.
May I? Thank you.
Are you from the Valley in California?
No, I just talk like this naturally, but thank you though. So we moved out. Melissa and her parents voluntarily paid that debt. I did not agree to pay the debt in that manner. Melissa was the one that broke the lease.
You were sued, or were you sued, or both?
We both, this is the thing, creditors, when I finally called them back, because they had been calling and sending letters, so I finally called them back, and he goes, you know, just so you know, it's been affecting her credit and your credit. If you do not
Did
pay
she
this, we are
agree
sending
to
it to someone
pay
else.
for what your parents paid?
No.
She never agreed to pay that.
I have call records.
Has she ever agreed to repay you anything?
No, never.
All right.
She doesn't
And
even get
don't
back
you
to me.
agree with her that you caused her to incur this debt by moving out early when she didn't want to?
But I believe we were both on the lease, and she told me she absolutely did not want another roommate. She was not willing to even look. We both met with the thing. They sent letters to both our names. We were both on the lease.
You're right. You're right. Ma'am, this is the risk you take when you move in with someone who you don't know will be diligent in their payments. You didn't even know whether she was clean or not. Come to find out, she was nasty. Time you moved in. So you were still on the hook, ma'am. If a roommate abandons you and you can't find a new roommate, you're still on the hook. Both are on the hook. And the debt is shared equally. So I'm going to grant her judgment of $1,130 for the money she paid toward the debt on the lease. Have a good day. That's my judgment.
Thank you.